Alright guys, my name's Matt, I'm the Journeyman. Welcome to journeyintoshamanism.com. I wanted to do a blog and a video about energy because I feel like when you're embarking on any kind of spiritual journey, spiritual practice, especially into shamanism, you need to know a little bit about energy, okay, and how to begin to feel it, to see it, and to work with it on a daily basis, okay. So there's a couple of simple exercises I'm going to go through that you'll be able to start doing it, alright. But first I want to just sort of talk about what a lot of people call the aura or the energetic bodies, okay? Now, around our physical body, alright, is like an energetic force field, okay? As Castaneda called it, like a luminous egg, alright? Now, this energetic body is made up of 4 different layers, okay? Which is the spiritual, the emotional, the mental, and then the physical, alright? Now, the outer one, the spiritual layer, is kind of like, if you stretch your arms out like this, right at the end of your fingertips here, this is where the spiritual layer begins, okay? And then from there it goes out into the cosmos, alright? Now as we come in, we have the emotional layer, and the mental layer, and then the physical layer, okay? These are the 4 different layers, alright? Now in shamanism it's viewed that all illness and things like this all begin in the spiritual realms, okay? So when illness is beginning to come in, it will start in the spiritual and then gradually it will work its way intruding into the mental, into the emotional, then the mental, and then it eventually make its way into our physical body or our physical state of being, okay? So this is why in shamanism we do a lot of our work in the spiritual realms, alright? Because when someone's ill and stuff like that, they kind of view it that they'll go to the root of the problem, which will be in the spiritual lands, okay? The spiritual cosmos, alright? Now, when people talk about doing readings remotely and things like that, they think, well, how can you read for me if we're not in the same room and you're like 100 miles away from me? With energy, as I've already said, our spiritual layer extends way, way, way into the cosmos, infinity, okay? So through energy we can connect, okay? We can direct our energy and channel it to a specific person, a specific place, and work in that way, okay? And connect and things like this, alright? Now, the way I sort of view energy is that the easiest way is as electricity, okay? We can't see electricity when it's flowing generally until it starts kicking off and going mental, and then we see sparks flying and stuff like that, alright? A bit like an electrical cable. With a cable, the electricity is nicely sort of channeled and flowing, directed to where it needs to go, okay? But if someone comes along with an axe and chops it, all the sparks and that will start going out and start going mental, alright? This is one of the reasons why we need this sort of energetic force field around us, okay? Because you're coming into contact with all sorts of different energies throughout the course of your day, alright? From different people, buildings, or everything, because everything is energy, okay? Now, as our thoughts and stuff like that are energy as well. These are getting directed out into the universe around us, alright? We may not be aware of it, but just like with electricity, we can't see it, but it's still there, okay? So when we think certain thoughts, it's being sent out. If we think a particularly nasty thought about someone, it's being directed and channeled towards that person, okay? So we have this protective layer, alright? Now, when our aura, our energy field becomes weakened, it's easier then for these things to kind of penetrate and get into our other energetic bodies towards our physical place, okay? So this is why when we say we need to be careful what we say, careful what we do, because everything is energy and this is what we're sending out into the world, alright? So, as regards to working with energy, it'd be nice to start feeling energy and to start seeing energy, okay, before you begin to progress on to other things, alright, to get an understanding. Because when we say we connect, everyone sort of says, oh yeah, I feel like we're really connected. But they don't really understand the connection because they can't see or feel the energy, okay? They've never tried to, alright? So there's a couple of simple little exercises I'd like you to do to practice, to begin to become aware of energy in your day-to-day life, okay? And one of them, if you get your hands like this, I'm going like here, like this, okay? Now, if you get your hands, sort of bring them out here like that, and then gradually get yourself into a nice, calm, sort of chilled out state, not like meditative or trance-like or anything like that, but just nice and calm, okay? And then bring your hands in. As you begin to bring them closer in, you'll start to feel a gentle sort of pressure, okay? Now you have to try and be sensitive to this, alright? Focus on feeling the energy, okay? And try and really gently sense where these layers are beginning to connect, alright? And it will begin to feel like one of them sponge balls, okay? And you can sort of apply pressure and feel it, alright? Now when you get to a certain sort of point, bring your eyes gently out of focus, okay? Soften your vision, alright? And just look at the fingertips. Now you'll begin to see like a white sort of film or glow around them, like a mist or a haze, okay? Now as you bring them in closer, gradually you will begin to see like a white stringy bit reaching out to the other fingers, trying to connect. A bit like, you know them electrical ball things that people go on and the electricity sort of reaches out to their hands, a bit like one of them, okay? And as you go in, it will thicken, and as you pull out, it will thin, and just play about with it, and gradually you'll begin to see more and more, okay? You're beginning to feel your own energetic body, your own energetic sort of fields and stuff like this, okay? Now, very, very sensitive people, psychics, healers, people like that, can pick up on their aura. They know when things are coming, they can feel it, okay? They know when they're going to get ill, they know when something's not quite right within their own aura, okay? And that's why they work on cleansing it, on puffing it up and keeping it nice and strong, okay? As you become more aware of your own energetic field, these are things that you can do, alright? So this is a nice little practice just to bring your awareness in, to make you aware it is there, okay? It sort of validates it a little bit for you, alright? You can hold your hand out as well and sort of with a white background or something like that, soften your focus, and you will again get to see the same sort of misty sort of look around your fingertips, alright? Now a lot of people find it quite difficult to do that on themselves, so what you can do is get one of your friends to stand in front of a wall, just look at them and soften your focus, you know, and try and begin to draw out that sort of glow around them, okay? And as you look, you'll gradually begin to see colours of different layers, and this is where you're starting to see the aura, okay? It takes a little bit of practice and a little bit of training. It's not something that you'll just do and it'll be like, oh yeah, that's it. But it's also something where you can't just do it, you know, and sort of think, oh, it didn't work, so what a load of crap he's talking, alright? Practice, practice, practice. It does work, and it will work, okay? Some people can't see it, alright, but they can visualise it. They can feel, close their eyes, and they can see the colours in their mind's eye through feeling and sensing, okay? There's other ways in which you can work with it like that, alright? Now, another nice exercise that you can do is go out into your garden, sit down at night, find a tree or something that sort of goes against the background of the night sky, okay? And again, soften your focus, alright, with the intention of seeing its energy, okay? Soften your focus looking at it, and you will get to see that same sort of hazy glow around it, alright? Now, as you do it longer, and you can hold that kind of focus for a little bit longer, you'll gradually begin to see a white sort of, almost like a beam going up and up and up into the sky, if it's like a tree, okay? The more you do it, the stronger it will get, okay? And then gradually again, you'll get to see the stronger layers, alright? And then when you go about your day-to-day business, when you're at work or on the bus or something like that, and you're looking out the window and a plane's going by, again, do the same exercise. With aeroplanes, you'll see like a white sort of glow around it, okay? There's a lot of souls on board that aeroplane, okay? And aeroplanes have a massive amount of energy, alright? So they're a good way to do it when you're practicing seeing a moving object, okay? People, you know, when you're in a queue at a post office, it's a little thing you can do, and just sort of, you know, practice and practice and practice, and the more you do it, the more you'll get to see the different layers of the aura, the energetic bodies coming out, okay? And then you can sort of look up and figure out what the colour meanings mean and stuff like that. Alright, so this is a little practice, couple of little practices you can do to start working with energy, to start feeling energy, alright? And once you're very much more confidence in that, that's when you can start then beginning to connect with different energies like trees and plants, and sort of a transference of energy, okay? Because when we're reading and stuff like that, it's all about feeling and sensing, alright? Now, if I'm working with my dog Ringo, and I sort of I'm sitting with him, I won't be like, alright brother Ringo, how's my day going to be? And my dog's going to look at me and go, sausages. It's not a physical thing, alright? It's a transference of energy, okay? I'm sort of offering out my energy to him, and he sort of accepts it, and we sort of come together, okay? In a sort of form of merging, really, alright? But that's for later on anyway, okay? This is a couple of little exercises that I'd like you to begin to practice. It's a nice introduction to working with energy, okay? And understanding. It's a validation for you. When you start doing this yourself, and you can feel your own energy like that, it's quite amazing. And then, you know, you start to understand that it is all around us, and it is a very real thing that we can utilise and tap into within our day-to-day life. Okay guys, so crack on with that. Send me a message if you need any help with anything, and yeah, we'll go from there with stuff. Alright, check out the rest of the website, check out the readings and stuff like that, and hopefully I will get to speak to you soon. Cheers, bye bye.